Ever wondered how to make the perfect sweet potato pie? It's a question that has tickled the taste buds of many a food lover. Imagine the delicious blend of sweet potatoes, melted butter, and a hint of cinnamon encased in a flaky golden crust. Sounds enticing, doesn't it? But the process of making it may seem a bit daunting to some. Fear not, it's easier than you think, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Well, you're about to discover a simple and delicious recipe. Sweet potato pie, a classic Southern dessert, has been delighting taste buds for generations. This beloved dish was born out of necessity and ingenuity, as African-American slaves sought to recreate the traditional African yam dishes they missed. With sweet potatoes readily available in the South, they became the perfect substitute. The sweet potato pie quickly became a staple in Southern cuisine, gracing tables at family gatherings, church picnics, and holiday feasts. It embodies the warmth and richness of Southern hospitality, offering comfort and sweetness in every bite. Each pie is a testament to the resilience and creativity of those who first crafted it, a dish born out of adversity yet steeped in love and tradition. Despite its humble beginnings, sweet potato pie has transcended its roots to become a beloved dessert across America, enjoyed by all, irrespective of their cultural background. It's more than just a pie. It's a piece of history, a slice of Southern heritage. Now it's time to bring this classic dessert into your kitchen. To begin with, gather all the necessary ingredients. For a perfect sweet potato pie, there are some essentials we cannot skip. First off, you'll need 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes. These will be the star of our dish. Next up, we require 1½ cups of granulated sugar to sweeten things up. To add some creaminess and richness, we'll need a ½ cup of butter, softened to room temperature. We also need 2 eggs to bind everything together. ½ a cup of milk will help us achieve that desirable creamy texture. Then, for the flavor boosters, we'll need ½ a teaspoon of ground nutmeg and a full teaspoon of vanilla extract. Lastly, a 9-inch unbaked pie crust will be our base. These are all the ingredients you need to make a mouth-watering sweet potato pie. So take a moment to ensure you've got everything. With all the ingredients at hand, let's start the cooking process. First, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, let's get started with the sweet potatoes. You'll need about 2 medium-sized ones. Give them a good scrub under running water. We want to keep the skins on as they contain a lot of nutrients. Once they are clean, prick them all over with a fork. This allows the steam to escape during baking. Place the sweet potatoes on a baking sheet lined with aluminum foil. Slide them into the preheated oven and bake for about an hour, or until they are tender and fully cooked. You'll know they're done when you can easily pierce them with a fork. While our sweet potatoes are baking, we can get started on the pie crust. In a large bowl, combine 1½ cups of all-purpose flour and ½ a teaspoon of salt. Now cut in a ½ cup of cold unsalted butter. You want to cut the butter into the flour until it resembles coarse crumbs. You can use a pastry cutter or a fork for this. Once you've got your crumbs, add in 4 to 5 tablespoons of ice water, 1 tablespoon at a time. Stir after each addition until the dough starts to form a ball. Once you've got your ball of dough, wrap it in plastic wrap and chill in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. This helps the dough become more pliable and easier to roll out. Now let's move on to the filling. By this time, your sweet potatoes should be done. Take them out of the oven and let them cool enough to handle. Once they've cooled, peel off their skins. The skins should come off easily after baking. Place the peeled sweet potatoes in a large bowl and mash them until smooth. To the mashed sweet potatoes, add a 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter. Stir in ½ a cup of milk, 2 beaten eggs, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now for the spices, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, ½ a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. These spices give our pie a warm, comforting flavor. Stir everything together until you get a smooth, creamy filling. By now, your pie dough should be ready. Take it out of the refrigerator and roll it out on a floured surface. You want it to be about 1/8 of an inch thick and large enough to fit into a 9-inch pie dish. Once you've got it rolled out, gently fit it into your pie dish. Trim off any excess dough and crimp the edges to make it look pretty. Once you've prepared the filling and the crust, it's time to assemble the pie. Pour the sweet potato filling into the pie crust. Let's get this pie party started. Begin by ladling that beautifully smooth, spiced sweet potato mixture you've prepared right into your pie crust. Take a moment to appreciate the vibrant color contrast. It's a sight to behold, isn't it? Next, smooth out the filling using a spatula, ensuring that it's evenly distributed. It's like painting a canvas. But this time, your masterpiece is going to be deliciously edible. Now remember to always handle your pie with care. This isn't a race, it's a labor of love. Once your pie looks like a picture-perfect autumn landscape, it's time to introduce it to the oven. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Slide your pie onto the middle rack and let the transformation begin. This is where the magic happens, as the heat works its wonders, turning our simple ingredients into a mouth-watering dessert. But how long should it be in there, you ask? Well, patience is the key here. Your pie will need to bake for about an hour. Yes, a whole hour. But trust me, it's worth the wait. While it bakes, the aroma will fill your kitchen, teasing your senses with the promise of what's to come. But don't let your nose do all the work. Keep an eye on your pie. We're looking for a golden brown crust and a filling that has set. If you jiggle the pie slightly, the center should quiver just a bit like a perfect custard. Remember, every oven is unique, just like every pie, so it might take a few more minutes or maybe a few less. The key is to be attentive. And there you have it. When the pie is golden brown and the filling has set, remove it from the oven. You've just assembled and baked a sweet potato pie. Congratulations, you're a pie wizard. Now let's move on to the best part, serving and, of course, eating. After the pie has cooled, it's ready to be served. Now, let's talk about how you can make the most of this scrumptious sweet potato pie. You can serve this pie straight up, or with a dollop of whipped cream to add that extra level of indulgence. For a festive twist, how about a sprinkle of cinnamon or nutmeg? If you're a fan of contrasts, a scoop of vanilla ice cream makes for a delightful pairing, the cool creaminess balancing out the warm, spiced pie. For those who enjoy a good beverage with their dessert, a glass of milk or a hot cup of coffee works wonders, complementing the sweet and earthy flavors of the pie. And what about leftovers, you ask? This pie keeps well in the refrigerator for up to 4 days. Just make sure it's tightly covered. You can also freeze it for longer storage, but remember to thaw it in the fridge before serving. And there you have it, a perfect sweet potato pie to enjoy with your loved ones. That's all there is to making a delicious sweet potato pie. To recap, remember that fresh ingredients are the heart of this recipe. Choosing the right sweet potatoes, using the freshest spices, and taking the time to mix and bake with care, all these steps contribute to the final mouthwatering result. It's not just a pie, it's a labor of love, a testament to your culinary skills. So take pride in what you've learned today and share the sweetness with others. Thank you for watching, and happy baking!